Stop everything you are doing right now. Just 60 seconds ago, a chilling report surfaced from the Catalina foothills that has sent shockwaves through the FBI and left an entire neighborhood paralyzed with fear. We aren't just talking about a missing person anymore. We are talking about a predator who can turn off the world. As you watch this, federal agents are swarming a specific street, fueled by a testimony so terrifying it sounds like a horror movie. Nancy Guthrie didn't just vanish, she was erased. At exactly 2 a.m., the digital pulse of her entire street flatlined. Every camera went dark, every router died. The neighborhood was plunged into a high-tech abyss. But while the machines failed, nature screamed. A neighbor's dog, a silent guardian, saw something that technology was never meant to capture. Its reaction? It didn't bark. Or it didn't growl. It stood in a state of DNA-level terror, staring into a void where a human being should not have been. Stay with me, because we are uncovering the identity of the digital ghost and why the FBI believes Nancy was targeted by someone who knew the exact frequency of her life. The truth is more sinister than a kidnapping. It's a betrayal that will leave you breathless. Nancy Guthrie. To the world, she was a symbol of independent grace, an 84-year-old woman living a quiet, high-profile life in the prestigious Catalina foothills. But behind the million-dollar reward and the heartbreaking media appeals lies a history of hidden conflicts and brewing storms. For years, Nancy sat at the center of a millionaire's nexus, connected to some of the biggest names in the industry. Fine, but being high profile comes with a target on your back. The background to this tragedy isn't just about a disappearance. It's about a long-term casing operation that felt inevitable to those watching closely. Insiders are now coming forward with leaked reports, suggesting that Nancy's home had become a revolving door of service providers, gig workers, and trusted assistants. For months leading up to that fateful night, the air in the foothills was thick with tension. Neighbors report seeing mysterious white vans parked just out of sight, and local security companies were flooded with glitches that the FBI now believes were dry runs for the main event. Was Nancy Guthrie a victim of her own kindness? She was a woman who lived by an old-school code of trust, opening her home to those she thought were there to help. But in the age of the digital predator, that trust was a death sentence. We are now learning about a property dispute that had reached a boiling point just weeks before she vanished. Family members, former employees, and even friends are now under the forensic microscope. This drama was a ticking time bomb, and at 2 a.m. on February 1st, the fuse finally hit the powder. Let's dive into the heart of the storm. Imagine the scene. It's a freezing Arizona morning. The desert is silent. Suddenly, a high-frequency pulse ripples through the air. This wasn't a power outage, it was a surgical strike. At exactly 2 a.m., every Ring camera, every Nest sensor, and every Wi-Fi router on Nancy's block went not available. The digital eyes of the neighborhood were gouged out in a single second. But while the tech died, a neighbor's German Shepherd, on Brutus, became the only witness. According to leaked statements from his owners, Brutus didn't just sense a presence, he was paralyzed by it. He stood at the glass door, his ears pinned back, tracking a shadow that moved with impossible silence through the desert wash toward Nancy's home. The owners describe it as a predatory intensity they had never seen in their pet. When the FBI finally arrived, they didn't just find a missing woman, they found a crime scene that defied logic. On the front porch, forensic teams discovered distinct blood droplets. But here is the kicker. The blood didn't belong to Nancy. Initial DNA leaks suggest the blood belongs to a male under the age of 30, someone who was injured during a violent struggle. This means Nancy Guthrie didn't go quietly. And she fought back with a ferocity that caught the predator off guard. But if the predator was bleeding, why did he still take her? The answer is chilling. He had to remove the evidence. He had to take the witness who saw his face. The internet is currently in a state of absolute meltdown. As news of the 2 a.m. blackout leaked, the hashtag digital ghost began trending globally. Fake Twitter threads are exploding with theories that this wasn't just a robbery, it was a high-stakes extraction. An anonymous source from within the security firm has leaked that the Wi-Fi jammer used was military grade. This wasn't some $50 device from the dark web. This was a piece of tech that requires specialized training. This revelation has flipped the narrative on its head. We aren't looking for a goofy prowler anymore. We are looking for an insider with tactical experience. The backlash against the local police has been brutal. Industry experts are appearing on talk shows claiming that the FBI is protecting someone high up. Social media is flooded with celebrity reactions, with some stars claiming they've seen the same shadow near their own properties. The panic is real, and the questions are getting louder. Is there a predator syndicate targeting the elite? And was Nancy just the first of many? The world is divided. On one side, truth seekers are demanding that the FBI release the dog's witness footage, the recording of the animal's reaction. On the other side, skeptics are accusing the neighbors of sensationalizing the blackout for fame. The debate is getting ugly. The second viral fan theory suggests that the goofy suspect caught on camera was actually a decoy, sent to lure the police into looking for a bumbling amateur, while the real technical handler worked the jammer from the shadows. Celebrity influencers are taking sides, fueling a fire that the authorities can no longer contain. If they can turn off the internet for a millionaire, they can turn it off for anyone. One tweet read, gaining over 5 million likes in an hour. But wait, there is one final piece of the puzzle that just dropped, and it changes everything. Forensic teams reanalyzing the revolving door list just found a shocking connection. One of the gig economy drivers who frequently visited Nancy's home has a sister who works for a high-level digital security firm. As we speak, a leaked GPS coordinate has surfaced, pointing to a remote location in the Desert Wash. The FBI is moving in now, but as they get closer, they've realized that the signal jammer is still active in that area. Whoever took Nancy is still there. They are waiting, but are they waiting for a rescue, or are they waiting for a confrontation? The mystery of the 2 a.m. blackout is just beginning. Is Nancy Guthrie still alive, or is she the forensic ghost they're trying to bury? The truth is coming, and it's going to be louder than the silence of that blackout. What do you think? Was this an inside job by a trusted worker, or is the digital ghost someone much closer to Nancy's family? The evidence is mounting, and the 2 a.m. blackout is the key to it all. I want to hear your theories in the comments below. Don't hold back. Is the FBI hiding the truth to protect the elite? Hit that like button if you want us to keep digging into these leaked reports. Subscribe and turn on notifications right now, because we have a follow-up coming in just a few hours with the desert coordinate footage you won't see anywhere else. Don't miss the next update. The hunt for Nancy Guthrie is reaching its breaking point. See you in the next one.